Sorry for that interruption, guys. I got a phone call that I absolutely had to take, so I apologize. Okay, so we just said that this happened 4 times in history. Now, it can also happen that the votes can be split where they get 269 each. And then the House of Representatives will choose the president. This has happened twice. So again, just some little fun facts about the elections. Okay, but not everything is decided by a majority. Sometimes we are going to deal with what we need for a supermajority. Okay? And a supermajority can be defined by different things. All right, so here's what a supermajority does and what it looks like. If you want to end a filibuster in the U.S. Senate, you need a 60% supermajority. So you need 60% of the votes. Okay, or more than 60%. If you want to amend the U.S. Constitution, then you need a 2/3 supermajority is in both the House and the Senate, plus the amendment must be approved by 75% of the states. And if you want to override a presidential veto, it is a 2/3 supermajority. Okay, so let's see if we can apply these rules. All right, so to determine the outcome. Of the 100 members of the U.S. Senate, 59 senators favored a new bill on campaign finance reform. The other 41 senators adamantly oppose and start a filibuster. Will the bill pass? Okay, so this is dealing with a filibuster. Since it's a filibuster, we need a 60% supermajority. Okay, well, let's see what we've got. We have 59 senators favor the bill, and there are 100 senators. So to find our percent, we just take 59 divided by 100, which gives us 59%. So the bill will not pass. Again, the 60% is needed. Okay, next, a proposed amendment to the U.S. Constitution has passed both the House and the Senate with more than the required 2/3 supermajority. The amendment has been approved by 36 of the 50 states. Is it amended? Okay, so an amendment to the U.S. Constitution, it needs 3 things. It needs 2/3 of the House, 2/3 of the Senate, and 75% of the states. Okay, it says it has passed both the House and the Senate with the required majorities. So now we just need to see if it is 75% of the states. Okay, well, 36 of 50 states approved. If we turn this to a percent, 36 divided by 50, and that gives us 72%. So this fails. So the answer is no. It did not pass all 3 criteria. Okay, a bill limiting the powers of the president has the support of 73 out of 100 senators and 270 out of 435 members of the House. The president promises to veto the bill if it is passed. Will it become law? Well, this is just the same thing as saying will the votes override a presidential veto. Okay, so what do we need to override a presidential veto? We need 2/3 of the House and we need 2/3 of the Senate. Okay, well, the House has 435 members. We have 270 divided by 435, which gives us 62%. Okay, well, 2/3, 2 divided by 3 as a percent is 66.7%. So it fails in the House. So it's not going to become law. But let's go ahead and check the Senate as well and see. So in the Senate we have 73 divided by 100, which is 73%. So it works for the Senate, it does not work for the House. Okay. So will it become a law? No. It did not pass both criteria. All right, well, let's look now at an election with more than 2 candidates. If we're doing that, you know, this could be running for mayor, it could be running for the school board, it could be just about anything. It could be a presidential election if there are 3 candidates. In that situation, it is probably not very frequent that one candidate will receive a majority. So if somebody does not receive a majority, or even if they do, they may want to look at it from a different standpoint. So we're going to look at 5 different ways of common methods of looking at this. We're going to look at plurality, single runoff, sequential runoff, the point system, and pairwise comparisons. Now, I did not know this, but Mary told us last night that Austin doesn't use any of these, that they use a different system. Okay, so we'll see what's going on here. Well, the first thing we need to do as we're looking at this is we need to know what this at the top is. This is a preference table, and this shows our 5 candidates. Okay, we have Allen, and I'm going to color code this, and I'm going to call this A just for simplicity of writing. Balter, which I misspelled a lot during all this, and then we have Catalan, we have Diaz, and we have Eber. Clever, huh? A, B, C, D, E. Whoever put this together did a good job on that. Okay. Now this is what's going on. Each of these columns is going to represent either a district or, you know, a precinct or something. And this will show that within that precinct there were 18 voters, and Allen came in first, Diaz came in second, Eber came in third, Catalan came in fourth, and Balter came in fifth. Similarly, this column here, Balter came in first, followed by Eber, followed by Diaz in third, Catalan in fourth, and Allen in fifth. And in this district, there were 12 votes. Okay, so that carries on and throughout all of this. And I even totaled up the votes here for you because you're going to need to know this. Okay, so let's see how we can use this information and how we can utilize it to come up with a winner in different methods. Okay, how many total votes were cast? There were 55. How many votes were required to win a majority? Well, of course, we have to have more than 50%, so let's find out what 50% is. Well, 50% is 1/2, which is 55 divided by 2, which is 27.5. We need more than 50%, so we're going to round this up to 28. Okay. Well, did any candidate receive a majority? Okay, well, let's see here. Who received the most first place votes? We're going to go ahead and fill out this table for the plurality to both answer this question and figure out the plurality. Okay, so let's look at this by column. Okay. Alan came in first here, so Alan would get these 18 votes. Balter came in first in this column, so Balter would get 12 votes. In this grouping, Catalin came in first, so he would receive those 10 votes. In this column, Diaz came in first, so he or she, I'm sorry, I always default to a he. In this category, Eber came in first, so Eber would get those 4 votes. And Eber also came in first here, so Eber would also receive these votes, which gives him 6. And again, if you total up all these, you still get a total of 55. Okay. So what I'm looking for, did any candidate have a majority, which means did any candidate get 28 or more votes? The answer is no. Okay, so you didn't get a majority, which is not a surprise when you have 5 candidates. But we can now go to the plurality method, which means who received the most first place votes. So all we do is look here and see, well, who received the most first place votes? Well, Alan got 18. So since he got the most first place votes, the winner by plurality is Alan. So that seems like a pretty simple way. Okay, it's probably easy to tally, and so, you know, that might be a system that a lot of places use. Okay, now I'm sure you've heard, even if you're not in tune with the elections, I'm sure that you have heard the term of a runoff. Okay, so what they normally do in a single runoff is they just find out who the top 2 vote getters are, and then they split like that, and then they see from there. Okay, so who are the top 2 vote getters? Well, we can find that from the plurality table. So we already know Alan won, so Alan is one of the top 2 vote getters. And the one with the second, oops, and instead of 18, that's going to be for Alan. And the second one is 12, which is for Balter. So we are always going to just compare. We're going to pretend that everybody else is gone and that the votes in the column either went to Balter or Alan. Okay, now this is, I'm going to try to fold this so we can see this all at one time. And hopefully this will work. Okay. All right, so that's close enough. Probably should have done this before I started recording. Okay. All right, so we're going to look back on this table. And what we're going to do is look at their ranking. Whoever ranked higher, so whoever name is higher, will receive the votes for that column. So in column 1, Alan is up here and Balter is down here. So Alan ranks above Balter. So Alan gets the 18 votes. Okay, so I'm going to complete this in a table. Allen and Balter. Okay. So far Allen gets 18 votes. Okay. All right, now let's look in column 2. Balter won, so he has to rank above Allen. So, and I'm going to start abbreviating these. Balter ranks above Allen, so Balter receives the 12 votes. Okay. In this column, neither one of them won, but we're just going to compare who has the higher ranking. Well, Balter came in second and Allen came in fifth, so Balter ranks above Allen, so Balter will get these 10 votes. And you just repeat that. Now, this is just an instructional thing to show you how to do it. You may not need to fill all of this out, and that's okay. In the next one, even though Balter came in fourth, he still came in above Allen, so Balter receives those 9 votes. In column 5, neither of them came in first place, but if you look at their positions, Balter came in second, Allen came in fifth, so Balter ranks above, and Balter receives those 4 votes. And lastly, same thing, Balter came in fourth, Allen came in fifth, but Balter ranks above Allen, so Balter receives the 2 votes. Okay. So Allen got 18 first place votes, or got the votes for that, those are the votes that he got, and Balter got 37. So the winner by single runoff is Balter. So you can see, using 2 different methods, we came out with 2 different winners. Okay. Oops, I dropped a pen. All right, the next one is a sequential runoff, and this is kind of like, right, what's going on right now is the March Madness, and so, it's the bracket thing. You eliminate somebody, and then the rest of the players, and then you eliminate until you get down to the last 2, and then you can declare a winner. Okay. In round 1, you can eliminate the candidate with the lowest number of first place votes. We have already done this. This is on the plurality table. So round 1 is the same thing as the plurality. Where Allen received 18, Balter received 12, Catalan received 10, Diaz received 9, Eber received the 4 plus 2, which is 6. Okay. So Eber is eliminated. He got the lowest number of votes. So now we're just going to pretend that Eber is gone. So I'm going to cross his name off, and we're going to do the same thing again. Okay. So I'm going to look at Allen, Balter, Catalan, and Diaz. Okay. Now there are a couple of ways to think about this. I just start over because it is more clear to me. But you can see really what we're just trying to do is we're going to redistribute Eber's votes to one of the other candidates. Since there are 2 columns, they might go to the same place or they might go differently. So we'll kind of show you both ways on this. Okay. Allen came in first, so he gets 18. Balter came in first here, so he gets the 12 votes. Catalan came in first here, he gets the 10 votes. Diaz came in first here, so he gets the 9 votes. But now here, Eber is gone. So those votes go to the next highest candidate, which is Balter. So Balter is going to receive those 4 votes. And here, Eber is gone. So it's going to go to the next highest candidate. So Catalin is going to get 2 votes. Now notice what is happening here. The 4 and the 2, the 4 votes went to Balter, and the 2 votes went to Catalin. So that gives him 12, her, whatever. This gives Balter 16. So now we are going to have to eliminate the one with the lowest, which is Diaz. Now once again, there are 2 ways that you can look at this. Let's go ahead and eliminate Diaz. And you can do it either way you want. Okay. Okay, so let's go through and do this again. We know that Alan got 18 for this column. Balter received 12 for this one. Whoops, I used the wrong color. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Balter got 12. Catalin got 10 here. Catalin got 9 here since Diaz is gone and Catalin ranks above the other 2. Balter of the 3 remaining candidates is the highest here, so he gets 4. Catalin is ranking higher here, so he gets 2. So this gives him 21, gives Balter 16, and we have 18. Okay, so notice what happened here is Diaz's 9 went to Catalin. Whoops, and I'm sorry. Okay. All right, so 18, 16, 21, the one with the lowest is Balter. So now we're down to a 2-person race, Alan and Catalin. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to get rid of Balter in all of these. Okay. Or you can think about it, this 10, this 9, this 2 are all going to have to be redistributed to somebody else. Okay, well I know it's really hard for you to see, so I'm going to try. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, so the first column, Alan is still getting all of those. The second column, we're down to Catalin and Alan. Catalin is coming in above Alan. In this column, Catalin won, so he's always going to get those 10 points. Here, Catalin comes above Alan, so gets the 9 points. Catalin comes above Alan here, gets the 4 points, and same thing here. And that gives us 37. Now notice in this situation, Balter's 12 points and 4 points went to Catalin. If you can see it doing it this way, that's fine. To me, it just takes a second longer, so I just do it like this. Okay, so Catalin is our winner by sequential runoff. Okay, and I'm going to switch videos here.